Hi guys and dolls, I'm gonna jump right in because we got some things to discuss. For those subscribed, thank you. For those not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and you'll be in. Somebody had emailed me and asked me to talk about this because this person is in this situation right now and they're planning their escape, which I made sure to tell them, do not tell the narcissist or psychopath, do not tell them what your plans are, which I tell you guys that all the time, okay? Don't act any different, which is going to be really hard. I'm going to just tell you straight up, the thing that scares the hell out of me, and I wasn't going to go there, but I have, this person asked me to, so I will. The thing that scares the hell out of me is the fact that men and women both, but more predominantly men, are, the narcissist, usually. Although there are female narcissists, I tell you this all the time, this is not gender specific, okay? So, what scares me is the fact that I constantly see, if you look at domestic violence videos where people are sharing their stories on YouTube, okay? There's a common thread, and the common thread is you see the red flags in the beginning, you ignore them. You stay with this person even though they're progressively getting worse, even though they're verbally insulting you, even though they snatched you up, because it always is a progression downward, okay? So like you're here and it starts to plummet, and when it starts to plummet, you're going into the danger zone because you've got the verbal abuse, and then it gets physical, and well, he just pushed me, that's all, or he didn't mean it, or he apologized. I have seen stories where, not seen stories, well, you know what I mean, watch videos where the common thread is these women are getting beaten, choked, spit on, stabbed, in some cases shot, and they go back to the same individual. They don't want to leave them. How much do you have to go through before you get a clue that this is a very bad, potentially fatal scenario for you? What is it going to take before you get a clue that this is really bad? When they start calling you names, that is when you get the hell up out of there. When they're being nasty to you for no reason, that is when you get the hell out of there. You don't wait until he's whooping your ass and then he says, I'm so sorry, baby, I didn't mean it, I love you. And that's a get out of jail free card. His apology has so much power that it gives you, or gives him, a get out of jail free card. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. How far does it have to go? Because after you're dead, it's too late. All right? And when they're choking the shit out of you, that means they're trying to kill you because they're taking your breath away. You can't, and not in a good way. All right? Dr. Ramani explains this. She's an expert on narcissism on YouTube. R-A-M-A-N-I. Dr. Ramani. She is a professor. She's a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm not sure. But anyway, she's an expert on narcissism, and she's also a professor. And she believes that the reason why this continues to happen is because the victims are being indoctrinated. Okay, I can't say the word indoctrinated. And I'm going to talk to you about what that means. The actual definition is the process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. Let me read that one more time. The process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. What is it when you know, you let this person do whatever they're doing and there's no limit to what you allow them to do? You are indoctrinated. You are trained. This person has trained you with subtle abuses, with the verbal abuse, and that's, you know, subtle or not so subtle. And then it gets worse from there. They're training you to accept whatever comes next uncritically, meaning I'm not going to get mad if you choke me. I'm not going to get mad if you whoop my ass. I'm not going to get mad if you black my eye, especially once you say you're sorry. What? It's nerve-wracking to watch women tell their story, and men do it too, tell their story about, more women come forward than men for obvious reasons, okay? Men don't want to be belittled by society. Oh, you're not a real man. You let that little thing, she's so small and you're so big and you're going to let her do that to you. You should do da 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 da. So men don't come forward. They get berated and made fun of when they come forward, right? So the indoctrination, is the same thing that happens in a cult mentality. You allow this person to do anything they want to do because your brain has been trained that this is perfectly okay. What happens in a cult? Your daughter turns 12. You joined a cult because you were lost, didn't have any family. These people promised you the world and everything plus. And so you fell for it because you were in a place of weakness and you were in a place of need. So you get involved with this cult, and you think that the person who is at the top of the cult wants to marry your daughter when she turns 12. And you are honored because the top guy wants to marry your daughter. Your daughter is the chosen one, by a pedophile, by the way, just saying. And you think that's an honor because you have been brainwashed to believe that that's okay. You're going to go to work, you're going to make your money, and you're going to turn all your money over to the leader or whoever, because they said that those are expenses that we're using to take care of you. So it's perfectly okay for you to not have any money in your pocket, and you're okay with that. You're okay with everything that happens when people, in the name of God, and this has happened before, in the name of God, people in the cult have been murdered because that was their punishment, and everybody was okay with that. Do you see how you get your brain poisoned and your brain gets used to abuse to where it's not so shocking anymore? Especially if you were raised in a violent childhood setting where your parents were the enemies. You become numb to anybody else. Once you reach adulthood, you're used to that. You were trained from when you were little to be used to screaming and yelling and throwing things and, name calling, throwing things, doors slamming, physical confrontation. You become numb to it. So when you become an adult, see how many facets this has? So when you become an adult and someone trips, you're not really stunned. That's a dangerous mentality. That's a dangerous acceptance. And that's got to stop before it starts. Y'all don't want to listen to me? You want to risk getting killed? And have your family tell me where your funeral's at. And if you're near me, I'll go to your funeral. If you insist on continuing to allow this motherfucker to continuously whoop your ass, tell me where the funeral, have your family tell me where the funeral's at. All right? And if you're in Missouri, I'll try to get there. If y'all insist on putting up with demons, I can't help you. Nobody on YouTube can help you. None of us can help you. We just cannot help you. You have to prevent it before it starts. I don't care what you're used to growing up. That is not normal. Being called a fat bitch, you're so ugly. You got those Coca-Cola glasses on your face because you're blind as a bat. No one's ever going to love you. No one's ever going to take care of you and look out for you. You're lucky I take care of you and look out for you. Well, with somebody treating you like that, that's not lucky. You have to have self-respect, you have to have boundaries, and you have to have self-love. And if you are the type of person who allows people to victimize you, whoop you, choke you, and all this person has to say is, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry is the magical words, you need to quit dating until you learn to have respect for yourself and until you learn to have self-love. Until you learn self-love and self-respect, you are going to continue to risk your life dealing with these demonic individuals. You have to put a stop to it. You don't let it get to the point of physical. No, 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 baby. No, baby. There's plenty of flags, red flags, before it gets physical. Stop ignoring them. I got to get firm with y'all because, I mean, the toxicity, the poison, how it escalates. And then you break up with him and then you go back with him. And then you break up with him and you go back with him. How many times I got to tell you, you got to break that shit when it starts in the beginning. That's when you put a stop to it, when it starts in the beginning. Calling you names, looking at you all weird, giving you dirty looks for no reason. I told you, narcissists love being angry. That's their favorite thing. They love it. What is the deal here? They love being angry. It's their favorite thing in the world. Favorite thing in the world. One of the stories on YouTube, she not only suffered from physical violence, but his mother allowed it to happen. She didn't put a stop to it. Now you know why he's a demon, because his mother allowed him to control the household. He turned around and bit his mother. And she was okay with it. When you don't have boundaries, you're waiting to die. Okay? Maybe that'll sink in. If you have no boundaries, you're waiting to get killed. Don't worry, somebody will go to your funeral. You stopped that shit in the beginning. This is out of control. And guess what else? With COVID, domestic violence is at an all-time high around the world. All-time high around the world. Y'all better wake up. Take care. I'll talk to you later.